everyone, Brett the Comic Novice here, and since the beginning of my comic collection, there has been one title that has always been in my pull list, and that being Superman Action Comics. Now, I did start off with the issue 1001, which started, Brian Michael Bendis's, reign of terror on the Superman titles. However, I did continue pulling that, hoping that it would get better, and then with the eventual, I believe, 1034, when Philip Kennedy Johnson took over and started us off with the War Saga, or the War World Saga, I guess you could say. That move really improved the title, and it has been a strong monthly. I can't wait for the Action Comics issue to arrive to me. Now, since Philip Kennedy Johnson's departure, we've had this ongoing, what would you call it? Superman Superstar Initiative, which started us off with Jason Aaron doing a 3-issue series. Then we transitioned to Joshua Williamson, who used that time to the Brainiac storyline that set us up for the Absolute Power series. Now, things have been pretty good so far. And then now, as of recently, with 1071, we have Mark Waid taking over for about 12 issues, as now Action Comics is being a weekly, I should say, release. Now, this again continues the Superstar Initiative on Superman. And the question that I had for the longest time was who was going to be the next superstar writer? Well, actually, I take that back. We did have Gail Simone for a 3-issue series before we got where we are now with Mark Waid. And then it was, who is going to be the next person? I think Dan Jurgens would be a fantastic person. Would love to see if they could get John Byrne to reprise his writing skills on the Superman. Maybe it could be good, maybe not. Who's to say? But when you had John Ridley take over for 3 issues starting in 2025, I was kind of worried and concerned for the title because the I Am Batman series was kind of built up pretty good. I thought it was built up semi-good because of the future state Batman with the Jace Fox character for the next Batman. However, I Am Batman never took off. I read all of John Ridley's Black Panther, and besides the introduction of Tosin, the other Black Panther, which I feel as though could have been really interesting, we had this weird storyline with T'Challa, and where he was spying on everybody and then, basically got kicked out of Wakanda. So the concern is, do I break up my constant run of Action Comics, which actually predates the New 52 Action Comics run, because I have gone back and picked some of those up. So, and I guess with, Gail Simone, Jason Aaron, I haven't done that. We have John Ridley, which I was really close to kind of piecing out on, but I just decided let's keep the run intact. And now we have news from Bleeding Cool surrounding Dan Slott possibly taking over a Superman title. Some worry that this is going to be the Dan Slott taking over Superman if Joshua Williamson steps aside. Now, I think this is kind of like what they say. He might join the DC Superman Superstar Initiative, just like former Marvel, current sometimes writer Jason Aaron's. And I guess you could say that this could be a good thing. This could also be a bad thing. It could give us a brand new light on how he is going to carve out his writing style in the DC universe. Now, I do know that he is not a popular person on Twitter and does massive blocks and whatnot. But that aside, at least perhaps to put a positive spin on it, he has not decided to go on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever and say that he is going to have declining writing skills because of a presidential election. So with that being said, I guess you could say this is not that dire of a situation. However, it's kind of interesting in this article that we have, this information about the last time that his contract came up. They asked him to write Superman and Batman comics, and that was about the New 52 reign, which I believe was Greg Pak that was doing the Batman Superman titles. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens regarding Dan Slott. Will he just be a 3 and done, or will he, like it says right here, will he be jumping on the title after Joshua Williamson leaves? And it will be interesting to see what he contributes to DC Comics going forward. I think that a 3-issue series in Action Comics would be good, but I would really like Action Comics to get back to where it was with Rebirth. I really appreciate the Dan Jurgens run. I really appreciate his perspective on Superman, having done that from the death of Superman, kind of taking a pause, going over to Marvel, doing Ben Reilly Spider-Man and whatnot, Captain America as well too, coming back, breathing new life into, or continuing breathing new life into the Superman character and mythos, establishing John Kent back in Convergence. So I think I would really prefer some superstar writers who are well known for their writing ability. Now, there's 2 writers that we wish we could probably get for the Action Comics that would really probably help out. One being Jeff Johns, but he is going exclusive to Ghost Machine since his JSA run is done, as well as somebody who also is working for Jeff Johns' Ghost Machine, which is Peter Tomasi. So I feel as though unless DC can start pulling in a little bit more higher quality writers, or writers that, will leave a positive stamp on the book, I would like this book to revert back to Philip Kennedy Johnson. I would love to have on my omnibus shelves one of his Superman multiple series, much like Peter David's Hulk, much like John Burns did the Fantastic Four for a while. Anyway, I would love to have multiple omnibuses of Philip Kennedy Johnson and his story, his take on the Superman character, because I feel as though he truly gets it. I'm not 100% sure about Gail Simone because I never read them. I have the run consistently because I don't want it to be broken. I begrudgingly still have the John Ridley ones on there, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go out on a limb saying that, 3 issues will not be the death of Superman again. However, if he is taking over for Joshua Williamson, who knows what that might bring. And I do like that, at least in the article on Bleeding Cool, they kind of joke about what Dan Slott had to do with the Spider-Man character, jokingly saying that Superman sells his soul to Trigon, erasing the marriage of Lois Lane. That would be a horrible situation. But what are your thoughts about the Action Comics line? I feel as though it's been good. It has a couple of bumpy roads in it, but I'm going to hold my breath. Dan Slott, 3 and done. And then we get back to a good story with good storytelling that we will be able to cherish for years to come. What are your thoughts? Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications if you'd like. And until next time, I will see you in the dollar section, where I'm pretty sure John Ridley's and Gail Simone's Action Comics might be found. Thanks for watching. Bye.